Sarah is working on the scripts right now, but last year during COVID, we had some class pets. Tell everybody, kind of fill everybody in if they don't remember.
So we had ants. I believe they were harvester ants.
Yes, very good.
I remember one day, Kayla, Trent, and I went out to the track and we caught crickets. But anyway, so we would put water in here or in here, so it would evaporate up and they would have water and they would build their little tunnels, but as you see, they are no longer alive.
Yes. So we've learned a couple. Yeah. What is because?
You're a weird woman lover.
Because they didn't have a queen. That's why they died.
Okay. So we've learned several things about ants since then. It's been a whole year, and I have been working with ants at my house. My little girls love it. We've learned a lot of things. Number one, harvester ants or pogo ants are actually a West Coast thing. They generally come from the Arizona desert. So we have another queen. I've actually got a queen pogo ant that is going to be put into this system, and we'll have a harvester ant set up here in EVTV with a queen. We've also learned, Sarah, that harvester ants really only like a diet of seeds, which we never really gave them. So we're going to make sure that we blend up seeds and actually give the harvester ants some seeds to eat. They do also like fruit flies, so we'll give them some fruit flies, but they don't like honey and they don't like sweet stuff, which a lot of other ants, like carpenter ants, do. I've also got a Camponotus, which is carpenter ant, a setup that I'm going to bring probably in here as well. They like honey, they like flies, they like several other things, and they will actually like some insects.
Yeah.
And then we've also got a Grimmacaster ant farm that's going to be at my house, which I will do some video updates. Caught a couple of queen ants this year, and they're actually in test tube setup. So I've learned this as well, because this is a whole, this whole ant keeping thing is it's really, really big.
We didn't think it was going to be this hard.
Right. There's a lot of things you have to learn. But I actually went to the park, Central Park in South Haven, which if y'all have ever been to Central Park in South Haven, you know they've got all those trails in the woods. And we would walk the sidewalks this summer, me and my little girls, and we would find queen ants on nuptial flights, because certain times of the year in summer is when the queen ants fly and then they land on the ground, and you can tell that they're queens by their wings and the way that their body looks. So we actually captured the queens. What you do, and this sounds totally inhumane, but it's the way it works, you actually put the queen ant in a test tube with a little water reservoir, and then you put them in a dark box for months. And that to them feels like they're in a protected cavern underground, and they get really relaxed, and that's when they start laying the larvae and the eggs, and they actually have a farm that starts to come out. And right now I've got 2 that have actually done that, and then I've got a friend who is from Arizona who's getting us the pogo harvester ants, because he caught those. And you're not supposed to transfer queens over state lines unless you have licenses to do so. So for the few ants that are not native to Mississippi, like harvester ants, we've actually got companies that have license to let us have those ants. And we have to be very careful for the environment by not letting the harvester ants out in Mississippi, because that would not be good to have a species that's not native to Mississippi actually wild in Mississippi.
They'll destroy everything.
All right, so that is the update for the ants, because several people had asked what's up with the ant farm in EVTV, because y'all hadn't talked about it in straight up 8 months. And that's because they all died because we didn't know how to take care of them properly.
Y'all, at first I was so against ants, but at this point I don't even have a choice, so I'm just going with it.
You're a little bit intrigued.
I'm a little bit intrigued, but you remember what happened to the first ants we got in the blue gel thing?
Yeah, that was because we didn't know.
Cue the clip of them killing each other.
That's because we didn't know what to do.
They literally started killing each other.
Anyway, we will be giving you a whole lot more information. Tay, come back in. This is going to be their home. They'll actually dig, and then we'll hook tubes up here, and they'll have the actual outworld that they can explore. And we may actually have a couple other outworlds. We may bring several. We can even stack them and do something really cool. So stay tuned, because the pogo ants and the new ant queen will be coming to EVTV in the coming 4 to 6 weeks.